Hi everyone, my name is Dhruba Joshi and I have been working as a senior SAS developer position for a couple of years. In my time, I have collected a few interview questions and I would like to share them with you. If you have questions of your own, please email me. Thank you. SAS Interview Questions and Answer. Question number 1. What are the data types in SAS? This question is asking about how many data types can be accepted by the SAS program. SAS has two data types. One is numeric, another one is character. Numeric variable can hold integer, decimal values and date values, whereas character variable can hold alphanumeric and special characters. Let's check data type for a dataset cars. To check the data type, we use proc_contain. Program is proc_contains data equals to sashelp.cars run, where sashelp is live name and cars is dataset name. After running this program, we obtain the result as shown in the right side of the window, where it has 5 different columns: variable, type, length, format, and label. And second column, type, represents the type of the variable present in the dataset cars. Let me run this program to the SAS window, copy and paste, and run. Now, this third table, it represents the alphabetic list of variables and attributes. And second column, that is the type, represents the type of the variable present in dataset cars. From here, it is clear that there are two data types present in SAS dataset. That's all about question number 1. Thank you. SAS interview questions and answers. Question number 2. How do you copy SAS dataset to a new SAS dataset? Question is asking about how to copy SAS data from source to target. SAS dataset can be copied to another SAS dataset name using set statement. A sample code is given here. Data, new data, set sashelp.class, run. When we run this program, then result will obtain as shown in the right side of the window. This result is exactly same data present in SAS helper class, but with different name, new data. That means dataset presented in SAS helper class is copied to new name. New name is new data. When I run this same code with a SAS program, let me copy and paste here and run the program. It will obtain the same result. The result is exactly same as the previous slide. That means all the data present in SAS helper class are copied to new data. Name is new data. That's all about the question number 2. Thank you. SAS interview question and answer. Question number 3. What is the difference between single and multiple set statement? This question is asking about what will happen if we use multiple set statement in place of single set statement. Single and multiple set statement in SAS data step results differently. We have following 3 data sets: test 1, test 2 and test 3. Test 1 dataset, it has 4 rows. Test 2 dataset, it has 2 rows. And test 3 dataset, it has 1 row. When we run this first program, then we will obtain the result as shown in the right side of the window. This is the first table. When we run second program, test 2, the output is shown in the right side of the window, table 2. And when we run the test 3 program, then we will obtain the result as shown in the right side of the window, table number 3. Let me check those results from SAS window. I'm going to run these 3 programs here: test 1, test 2 and test 3. and we are trying to observe corresponding result. Test 1 is 4 row, test 2 2 row, test 3 1 row. Now going back to the previous one. Now what will happen if we use single set statement with multiple data set? This is the program 1, combine 1 program. When we run this combine 1 program, that means test 1, test 2 and test 3 data will append with each other. That means append with one after another. As a result, we will obtain 7 rows. First 4 rows from test 1, 2 rows from test 2 and last row from test 3. And similarly, when we use data combine 2 single set statement with by statement here, by sex variable, when we run this program, then we will obtain the result as shown in the second table of the right side of the window, where variable sex is sorted. We obtain 7 rows, but variable sex variable is sorted here. Let me check this result. I'm going to check combine 1 and combine 2. Let me check here. When we run this program, combine 1, it will append one after another. 4 rows from test 1, 2 rows from test 2 and 1 row from test 3. Similarly, combine 2, we have 7 records here, 7 rows, but variable sex is sorted here. Now, the multiple one. The last one is using multiple set statement. What will happen if we use multiple set statement? There is a data combine 3, set test 3, set test 2, set test 1, and run. When we run this program, the result is completely different. It displays records from the last set statement, where the number of the record is controlled by the minimum record of the provided dataset. In our case, minimum record is 1, which is provided in test 3. That means the result will be 1 record from the last statement. That means 1 record from the test 1. The record will count it from the first record. That means it will result first record of the test 1. The result will be as shown in the right side of the window. Let me check this result. When I run this program, it will obtain only 1 record. This record is from test 1 and this record is first record of the test 1. This is all about question number 3. Thank you. SAS Interview Question and Answer. Question number 4. What are the differences between data step and proc step in SAS? In case of the SAS, mainly 2 steps are used. One is data step, another one is proc step. This question is asking what are the difference between these 2 steps. There are following differences in data step and proc step. Number 1, data step starts with data statement and procedure step starts with proc statement. Number 2, data step reads input data into SAS dataset, where we can edit, merge, update, rearrange, and create new dataset. Whereas the proc step is used to perform specific analysis on data and produce the result or report. This first program is data step. The program starts with data statement, where we can create the new variable, that the BMI, And also we can control the record number by using the where condition. In this program, we are trying to take the record where age equals to 14. When we run data step program, we will obtain the result as shown in the right side of the window. We will obtain only 4 record which has age 14. And also program has created new variable that is BMI. In case of proc step starts with proc statement. And also variable can be controlled by var statement here. And also age can be controlled by where condition. When we run second program, we will obtain the report as shown in the right side of the window, that is the second table. Let me check this program. When I run first program here, that the data step program, we obtain the result exactly same as the previous slide. That means that we have 4 record which has included one more variable BMI, and also age is only 14, and this is the SAS dataset. Now when we run the second program, proc statement, we obtain the report here, print report. This is not the SAS dataset, this is the print report, and also variable are controlled by var statement here. We have taken only 3 variables, name, sex, and age. Also age are controlled here. That means we have taken only 15 and 16 age. This is all about question number 4. Thank you. SAS interview question and answer. Question number 5. What do you mean by informate and format statement in SAS? This question is asking about what are the differences between informate and format statement in SAS. There are following differences in between format and informate statement in SAS. Number 1. Format can be used in both data step and proc step, but informate is used only in data step. Number 2. Format is a layout specification for how a variable be printed or displayed, where informate is a specification for how the raw data should read. We have a simple code here. Data test, input ID and DUB. That means it has 2 variables. One is ID, another one is date of birth. Informate, date of birth, MMDDYY10. That means read this data according to this format. That means 2-digit month, 2-digit day, and 4-digit year. And format DOB date 9. That means write the data according to this format. This format means 2-digit day, 3-character month, and 4-digit year. Now data line, and it has 4 records. Record number 1, 2, 3, and 4. When we run this code, output is obtained as shown in the right side of the window. It can read, this program can read only 3 records perfectly, 1, 2, and 3, and 4th record at the DOB column it is showing missing. That means this program cannot read 4th record because this program can read in this format, MMDDYYYY format, but 4th record is DDMMYYYY. That's why this program cannot read 4th record. Let's run the program through the SAS window. Same program is copied here. When I run this program, this is the result. That means It can read record number 1, 2 and 3, but it cannot read fourth record because provided information doesn't match to the fourth record. That's why it is showing missing value. That's all about question number 5. Thank you. SAS interview question and answer question number 6. How to print a specific number of records from a SAS dataset. Suppose you have given a table which contains number of records and you are asking to print from certain number of records. Then how do you print? We have following two options so that we can print number of records as required. First code is it prints from starting. That means the print given number of records from starting. In this code, proc print data equals to SAS help.class, where SAS help is live name, class is name of the dataset, and in option we use here option parenthesis obs equals to 6 parenthesis close. That means it is saying that print class dataset starting from first row up to observation number 6. That means it will include observation number 6. Total it will print 6 observation or 6 records. When we run this first code, the result is obtained as shown in right side of the table. This is the first table that represents the result of first code. Here, result is showing that the print starts from first record and print will end to 6th record. It will print total 6 records. One more point here. One column observation column will added here. That is the default in case of the proc print. Second option, to print a given number of records from a specific record, not from starting, any starting and ending record number. Then at that time we can use second code here. The code is proc print data equals to SAS help.class. Same table we have used here. In case of the parenthesis, we use first option from where we have to start equals to 5. That means from 5th observation, and from where we have to stop obs equals to 10. We have to stop at 10, including 10. Parenthesis close, and also we give here one option no obs. That means it is saying that please do not print observation column and run. When we run this second code, the result is obtained on the right side of the window, second table, which clearly indicates that the print starts from 5th row and it will stop at 10th row, and there is no observation column here. Let me run this code with a SAS window. Same code is copied here. There's the first code starting from the first observation. Second code is starting from any number of record. When we run these two code, result is obtained exactly same as the previous slide. That means the first result shows that printing starts from first observation and it will stop at the 6th observation. And second table it gives here printing starts from 5th observation and stops at 10th observation. That's all about question number 6. Thank you. SAS interview question and answer question number 7. How do you rename existing SAS dataset name? Question is asking about how to rename a given SAS dataset name. Using change statement with datasets procedure, we can rename one or more than one dataset name. A sample code is given here. The code first line is live name. Suppose live name is ABCD. Then we provide library path here. Then main code starts from here. Proc dataset library equals to ABCD. That means the live name. Change existing name means the old dataset name equals to new name 1, that means the new name. Similarly, we can change more than one dataset name. Like here, existing name 2 to new name 2 and run. When we run this code, then existing dataset name 1 changes to new name 1 and existing dataset name 2 changes to new name 2. A sample code is given here. This is the real code I'm going to run with the SAS window. In this code, it will change country table from drj library to new country underscore data name. Live name is drj. Here is a SAS live name path. The code is proc dataset library equals to drj. Change from country to country underscore data. Run. When we run this code, then country table name will change to country underscore data. I'm going to run this code to the SAS window here. Same code I have copied here. Copy and paste. Live name drj. There is a SAS library path here. Proc dataset library equals to drj. Change country equals to country underscore data. Run. In this case, drj is permanent library. That's why I don't need to give him here path. That's why I'm going to commenting here. Just I can run this part. Before running this is the drj library and country table is here. When I run this code, after running this code, this country table name will change from country to country underscore data. Let me check that one. Run. Now it is successfully completed. I'm going to check here. Now see here. This country, initially it was only country. Now finally, after changing the name, renaming the dataset name, it has changed from country to country underscore data. This is the way we can rename SAS dataset. That's all about question number 7. Thank you. SAS interview question and answer. Question number 8. If no variable lengths are specified in a SAS program, what will be the default length? Question is asking about if you don't have given a specific length of the variable, then what will be the default length of that variable? For each undefined variable length, each variable is given a default length of 8 bytes. For character variable, 8 bytes means we can store values up to 8 characters. A sample program is given here. Data character, data set name is character. Input name $symbol, address $symbol. This data set has two variables, name and address. Both are character because those variables are followed by dollar sign that represents that those variables are character variables. The data set has two rows. First row, name it as 8 character. First row, address it as 17 character. Second row, name it as 14 character. Second row, address it as 8 character. When we run this program, the output is shown on the right side of the window, table number 1. In this table, name and address both variable takes only 8 characters. After then, those characters are truncated. Similarly, in case of the numeric variable, 8 bytes means we can store numbers with approximately 14 or 15 significant figures. The important point is here, 8 bytes in numeric variable does not mean to limit number with 8 digits. That means it doesn't mean we can store only 8 digits. We can store more than 8 digits. But in case of a character variable, 8 bytes means 8 characters. A simple program is given here for numeric, data numeric, input AC num1, AC num2, and this data set has two rows, first row and second row. First row AC num1, it has 8 digits. First row AC num2, it has 10 digits. Second row AC num1, it has 12 digits. And second row AC num2, it has 14 digits. When we run this program, then output is obtained as shown on the right side of the window from the second table. Here is the AC num1 and AC num2, both variables are here. In first row, it can display whole digit in both AC num1 and AC num2. For second row, it can display whole digit here for AC num1. But in case of AC num2, it displays with scientific notation. When we run those two programs with a SAS window, then we will obtain same result. Let me run first program here with a character. Then we obtain the exactly same result as the previous window. Both name and character variable that can hold only 8 characters. When I run second program, that is numeric, data numeric, then the result is obtained exactly same as the previous window. That means first row it can hold all character. Second row num1 it can hold up to 12 character. And second row AC num2 it displays with scientific notation. This is all about question number 8. Thank you. Question and answer. Question number 9. What do you mean by PDB? Program Data Vector. Question is asking about definition of PDB, how is it created, and what are the properties. PDB, Program Data Vector, object is created at the end of the compilation phase of SAS data step, which can be explained as follows. Number 1. During the data step processing, logical area of memory is created, which is called PDB, Program Data Vector. Number 2. SAS builds a SAS dataset by reading one observation at a time into PDB. Number 3. PDB contains two types of variables. Number 1. Permanent variable, Number 2, temporary variable. Permanent variable includes variable from dataset and computed variables, and temporary variable includes automatic variable and option defined variables. First, automatic variable, which includes underscore and underscore, it is incremented by 1. That means underscore and underscore represents the observation number. And another one is underscore error underscore, its value is either 0 or 1. 0 means there is no error, 1 means there may be one or more than one error. Option defined variable. These are first dot variable, last dot variable, in equal variable, in equal variable. Important point is automatic variables underscore and underscore error underscore drop before writing output data set. That's all about question number 9. Thank you. SAS Interview Question and Answer question number 10. While subsetting data using where and if statement, which one is more efficient and why? Question is asking about when we use where and if statement to subsetting the data, which one is more efficient and why is it? Use of where statement is more efficient than if statement, which can be explained as follows. While processing data step, it follows steps as given below figure. First, data source. In case of data step, it creates input buffer. After then, it creates PDB. After then, it writes dataset to output data. Where statement is applies in between source and input buffer. That means where is applied before PDB. And if statement is applied in between PDB and output data. That means if statement is used after PDB. When we apply where condition, subsetting applies before entering PDB. That means SAS doesn't need to read all records. But when we apply if condition, SAS needs to read all records first, then subsetting applies. This is the reason why where condition is more efficient than if condition. We can see example here. For this example, we use heart dataset, which is from sashelp.library. First code is using where condition. This is the sample code where death cause equals to cancer, where condition is applied. When we run this first code, that means the where condition code, then we obtain log as shown on the right side of the window. In this log, first note indicates that there were 539 observations read from source, and same number of records were written to the output data. But when we use if condition, there is a code, same data source, we use if statement, if death cause equals to cancer. When we run this code, we obtain log as shown on the right side. Here is a note, first note, it indicates that there were 5,209 observations read from source. After then, subsetting applies. Then only 539 observations were written to the output. Let's see what happens when we run this code to the SAS window. Same code is written here. When I run first code, let me run this and let's check log. This is the exactly same we observed from the last window or previous window. That means where condition, it has read only 539 observation from source and same number of records were returned to the output data set. That means in case of where condition, it doesn't need to read whole data. Subsetting applies before PDB. Let me run second code, if statement. And let's check log. When we run second code, we obtain log exactly same as the previous window. That means the if condition window. Here, first note indicates that there were 5,209 observations read from source. That means it has read whole set of the data. After then, subsetting applies. Then only 539 observations were returned to the output data. It is because if condition is applied after PDB. That means initially it has read whole data source. After then subsetting applies, then only few number of the records were returned to the output data. From this explanation, it is clear that where statement is efficient than if statement. That's all about question number 10. Thank you. SAS interview question and answer question number 11. Which statement, where or if, can be applied on temporary variables and why? This question is asking in case of temporary variables, which statement can be applied, where or if, and why? If statement is used with temporary variables. Temporary variables include automatic variables such as underscore and underscore, underscore error underscore, and option variables such as first dot variable and last dot variable. Automatic variables and option variables are generated at the time of PDB. As we know, where statement is applied before PDB and if statement is applied after PDB. From here, it is clear that only if statement can be used with automatic and option defined variables. We have two sets of the code. First code, we are trying to check the where statement. Second code, we are trying to check if statement. In case of the first code, we have used SAS help.class dataset where underscore and underscore equals to 5. That means we are trying to pull fifth record from class dataset. When we run this first set of the code, then log is obtained on the highlighted as shown on the highlighted part. That means it is throwing error. Variable underscore and underscore is not on this SAS help.class dataset. That's true. Because such type of the variable, that means temporary variables, are created at the time of PDB. Such type of the variables are not in the source data set. That's why it is throwing error. As a result, the program has stopped. When we check second set of the code, if statement, we are using same data set source. If underscore and underscore equals to 5, that means we are trying to pull fifth record. When we run second set of the code, this code, Then log is obtained on this highlighted part. That means it says here there were 19 observations read from the source. Only one observation has returned to the output dataset. The output dataset is shown on this below. That means it is the fifth record from SAS help.class dataset. One main point is here, similar explanation is applied with option variables, first dot variable and last dot variable. But in this case, source data should be properly sorted with the corresponding variable. That means in case of the option defined variable, source data must be sorted before applying if condition. When we run those programs from SAS window, what will happen? Let me run first set of the code, that is the where statement. This is the log. Log is exactly same as previous window. That means it is throwing error. It is saying that underscore and underscore is not in this file. That's why it is throwing error. That's true because such type of the variables are created at the time of PDB. Now when I run the second set of the code, let me run this one. It gives the one record. This record is fifth observation from SAS help.class. And when we check log here, log says that there were 19 observations read from source. Only one observation has returned to the output dataset. That's why it is clear from here if statement is applicable in case of temporary variables. That's all about question number 11. Thank you. SAS Interview Question and Answer. Question number 12. How do you check if there are duplicate records present in a SAS dataset? Question is asking about how can you identify whether there are duplicate records present in a given dataset or not. By using following procedure, we can identify whether a dataset contains duplicate records or not. First, we count each record using group by all field and print those records whose count is greater than 1. If it gives output result, then it confirms that dataset contains duplicate records. We have two sets of code here. First sample code that creates the dataset only. That means dataset name is employee. It has three fields, EID, name and salary. When we run this first code, the result is obtained on the right side of the window. It has 8 records and 3 fields. Then procedure is used to identify whether the given dataset contains duplicate records or not. We use procedure proc SQL, select star, that means select all field, count star as record count from employee table, group by all field, that means EID, name, salary, having record count greater than 1, and quit. When we run the second set of code, then output is obtained on the right side of the window, output window. We have 2 records whose count is greater than 1. That means these 2 records are repeated in the given dataset, Sami and Jess having name. When we run same code with the SAS window, let me run this first code which creates the dataset. When I run this code, it creates the dataset exactly same as the previous window. It has 8 records and 3 fields. Now let me run second code. When I run second code, it gives 2 records whose record count is equals to 2, that means greater than 1. From here, it is clear that these two records are repeated in the given dataset. In this way, we can identify whether a dataset contains duplicate records or not. That's all about question number 12. Thank you. SAS Interview Question and Answer. Question number 13. How to include and exclude specific variables in a SAS dataset. This question is asking about if you have given number of variables in a SAS dataset, how can you include and exclude specific variables? To include and exclude specific variables, we can use either keep drop option or keep drop statement. What are the differences between keep drop option and keep drop statement? Number one, keep drop option can be used in both input and output data. But in case of keep drop statement, it can be used in output data set only. Number two, keep drop option is used with both data step and proc step. But in case of keep drop statement, it is used with data step only. That means we cannot use keep drop statement with procedure step. One important point is here, using keep drop option with input data source, it is more efficient than use of keep drop option with output data, because when we use keep drop option with set statement, that means input data set, it reads only required field and results to output dataset. That's why using keep drop option with input data source is more efficient than use of keep drop option with output dataset. That's all about question number 13. Thank you.